If you want to become an intelligent investor, then you've landed just at the right channel. With this, let's start the video.
Coming to this particular segment of microcaps. So as per SEBI definition, as you rightly said, in the small caps, the largest company is 50-60,000 crore. But in any stretch, it is not a small cap. In microcap, the smallest company is 4,000 crore. And below that, there are 3,500 odd companies, right? Of which a lot of them have been listed for like 15 years, 20 years. They are leaders in their niches. So I particularly operate in that particular zone, which is below 4,000 crore market cap. And the reason why I do so is twofold. One is if you look at all the AIFs, PMS who have established teams, they are of a size where even if they need to take 2% allocation in these companies, they will end up buying 20% of the free float, right? So by that definition, they cannot operate here. So largely the competition is with HNIs, with family offices. And if you bring a disciplined process-oriented thinking to come and invest here, then your chances of success becomes higher in this segment.
So one thing that also comes कि देखो इसमें भी cycles होती हैं I think
Correct.
because you've been investing for last 14-15 years so you'll also recognize this. So I think audience के साथ एक जो question आता है कि like I've been interacting with a lot of investors over last 4-5 years. तो 2022-23 में when I used to meet investors so a lot of them wanted to be full-time SME investors
Correct.
or full-time small cap investors.
Correct.
बट अभी रिसेंटली कोई इसकी बात नहीं करता, सब बात करते हैं मल्टी एसेट फंड्स की। मतलब
गोल्ड फंड्स की
मल्टी एसेट फंड की उसमें गोल्ड भी होएगा, सिल्वर भी होएगा, इक्विटी भी होएगी, राइट? तो यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन आता है कि साइकिल्स जो होती हैं, हाउ वायलेंट दो साइकिल्स आर? बिकॉज़ आई हैव सीन सम ऑफ द 17-18 कंपनीज़ में जो आई थी वो डीलिस्ट ही हो गई मतलब कोई शिपिंग-विपिंग की भी कंपनीज़ आई थी माइक्रो कैप पे।
करेक्ट
And as a retail investor who's watching this कि why it is important to understand the nature of these cycles because जब ये cycles होती हैं तो उस टाइम पे तो मतलब फिर हाइंडसाइट में लगता है कि यार साइकिल होगी बट यहाँ पे स्टॉक्स ऐसा नहीं 10-20% गिरते हैं 70-80-90% भी गिर जाते हैं।
So see, cycles are very brutal here. And the reason why they're brutal is because the liquidity is very less. And when the liquidity is very less, it works both ways. In the bull market, everybody wants to buy that limited liquidity and price goes to any level, right? Even I remember 2023-24, some of the small cap companies were trading at valuations in terms of their valuation multiples higher than the large cap multiples, right? They were trading at 2030, 2035 sales and PAC. The same thing works on the other way also when there is no liquidity to sell, right? So there is no buyer left. So the prices can go to any level. If there is any HNI who has got a margin call and who needs to sell something, he will come and sell at anything, irrespective of wherever the P ratio is. Right. So very beautifully, I say this thing like in these kind of market caps, like below 4,000 crore, there is no fair value. Right. Fair value is just as good as that day's price. Right. And whenever you go and buy or sell any stock in a bear market, you should be okay to pay 5% higher or lower, right? And ultimately, that is what is happening. You see any bid-ask spread these days, it's a 10% lower price, which, a buyer is standing upon. So there is no liquidity, and that's what explains such large volatility in these stock prices for these companies. But that creates an opportunity also, by the way. Right? If you are a patient investor, you have done your homework, you know that the company can grow at a much faster rate than what it has been growing at, and people are not even looking at that company, then you can take this benefit to come and buy on days like this.
So any examples from the past where you would have seen कि there was nothing wrong in the business, results were good, everything was happening well, management was executing, stock fell 50-60% on no news, then the recovery was also equally ferocious like
So I remember two examples come to my mind. One is Apar Industries. In 2020 July, right? I was there publicly in the public call, right? And there were no one else. Like there were just three people asking questions on the call. And in the call, we could get everything, whatever we could ask for, right? Whatever information we wanted to get on the business, on their order book, everything. And they gave the kind of information to us, like public information, which is given in the VPT also, that it was trading at just 8p for a company which was going to grow like 300% in the next 3 years, right? And the next day stock was on minus 5% socket. So you could buy as much as you wanted to buy, right? And it was just like 1,000 crore company that time.
right.
Similar thing happened with another company called Force Motors. It was trading below book value, right? and a lot of developments were happening. You look at their balance sheet; they had invested like maybe cumulatively 1,500 crore from 2020 to 2022, right? On the EV side, on developing new products. Then one fine day, one independent director from Inam came and joined their board, which was a signal, at least to me, that things are changing for something better. So those are the opportunities. You have to have a very long list of companies which you keep track, and you have to know their businesses, know the prices at which it becomes like so good that your chances of losing money effectively becomes zero over a 2 to 3 year period, right? And that's when you go and hit that video.
So if you loved this video and you had a differentiated business insight, then do subscribe to this channel, and you can also follow our main channel of SOIC. Thank you so much for watching it.